This video will focus on two invasive species, Japanese knotweed and tree of heaven. Japanese knotweed is originally from Japan and other areas in East Asia, and arrived in the US by the late 1800s. Although it has been here for more than a century, it is a huge threat to local ecosystems. These large, dense, shrub-like plants with heart-shaped leaves can be anywhere from 3 to 10 feet high. The hollow, reddish, bamboo-like stems are smooth and stout and often persist after the plant dies back to the ground each year. Tiny, creamy, white or greenish flowers emerge from leaf axils near the ends of stems. It blooms in late summer. The fruits are small, winged, and triangular with small, shiny seeds. It has a strong, sweet floral scent. Japanese knotweed spreads by rhizomes to form dense thickets. It outcompetes native plants and ends up replacing them. This problem is present in both upland and lowland areas. It can dominate along creeks, which leads to increased bank shear and erosion. It decreases habitat for wildlife, and the rhizomes can seriously damage building foundations, pathways, and road surfaces. It is easier to reduce the spread of this invasive plant than to deal with the damage it causes. If you want to protect your water quality and property, then Japanese knotweed spread needs to be controlled. The tree of heaven arrived from China in the late 1700s and has spread, causing change and damage to ecosystems ever since. This tree can grow up to 80 feet tall and has a smooth trunk with pale gray bark and light chestnut brown twigs. It blooms in late spring. Its flowers are small, yellow-green with 5 to 6 petals and dense terminal inflorescences. Fruits are green, turning to pink to tan, papery, in clusters and may remain on the tree through winter. Its leaves are long and pointed at the end and can be 1 to 4 feet in length. A defining feature is the bad smell it gives off, smelling like rotten peanut butter. These trees produce a lot of seeds and have a high germination rate and can survive almost anywhere. They grow rapidly and outcompete other plants and trees for resources. Combating the tree of heaven is important if you want to protect our forests and your land. Invasive species are extremely harmful to local ecosystems. We need to control them to ensure that native plants can thrive and provide the deep and varied root systems that are specialized for our soil, to protect against erosion and to protect water quality. We need to make certain that the insects, birds, and wildlife that are native to our region have access to the native plants that they have relied on to function for millions of years. If we lose our habitats and wildlife to invasive plants, they can no longer provide the things we need to sustain ourselves, hurting everyone's health, water quality, property, finances, and more. It is important that invasive species like Japanese knotweed and the tree of heaven are controlled. You can help combat these invasive species. Learn about the control methods by starting with your county invasive species organization. Take action and talk to your neighbors. Want to take another step? We have a way. Download the app Add Maps onto your smartphone. It is Android and iOS compatible. This app provides features that can help you report invasive species in your area. All you need is access to the camera feature, and the rest of the app will do everything for you. Select your state. For me, I will be choosing Indiana, and click New Sighting. And once you have done that, you can submit a report. Next, just upload an image and classify which invasive species you're taking note of. From there, this information will be sent to EdMaps. This collected data will guide and counsel organizations committed to controlling these invasive species. Japanese knotweed and tree of heaven are invasive species that need to be controlled. You can do your part in helping to control their spread.